Do you know what virtue signaling is? Virtue signaling. What is virtue signaling? Well, in this lesson, I'm going to teach you. But first, you have to subscribe to my channel right down there. Okay, so first I want to teach you the word virtue. Virtue. What does that mean? Well, virtue means moral excellence. Moral excellence, very high morals. For example, patience is a virtue. Patience is really good, right? It's a virtue. Kindness is a virtue. Courage is a virtue. Okay, so virtue basically means something that is good. Okay, now virtue can also be an adjective. Virtuous. Virtuous is an adjective, okay? She is virtuous. She is virtuous. That means she has very good morals. She's very high morals, right? She's not a prostitute, right? We wouldn't use the word virtuous to describe someone like a prostitute. Okay, so that's what virtuous, you can use the adjective virtuous to talk about a person, or the noun virtue to talk about something like patience is a virtue. Okay, so now let's take a look at the word signaling. Signaling. Okay, signaling means to show something. To show something. For example, this is the signal in your car, right? If you're driving and you want to turn, then you need to turn on your signal lights. Okay, so these are called your signal lights. You need to signal to show the other drivers what you're going to do, right? Otherwise, they might get confused and you might have an accident and die. I hope not. Remember to use your signal lights when you drive. Okay, so virtue signaling means trying to make other people think that you are a virtuous person. You say things or you do things to try to make other people think that you're a good person. You're a virtuous person. Okay, now that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because it's trying to show off. Trying to show off. For example, if I say, I love giving money to poor people. I always give money to poor people. You would think, why is Mark trying to look good? Why is he telling us that? Why is he trying to look good? Okay, so then you could tell me, Mark, you are virtue signaling. It sort of means you're telling me that I just want other people to like me. I'm trying to make everyone think I'm a virtuous person. Now, politicians do this all the time. Okay, you will see this term a lot in politics. Okay, for example, politicians might say, we should protect the environment. And everyone says, yeah. And then they say, we should help poor people. Ooh, yeah. We should fight for justice. Yeah. We should invest in education. Ooh, everyone gets all excited, right? Politicians love saying these kinds of things, and I guess it works. People like that. The problem is that most of the time when politicians say those kinds of things, there's no substance. There's no substance. It's just talk. Okay? In English, we have a saying, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. It's easy to say something like, we want to protect the environment. I am going to fight for the environment. It's easy to say that, right? But it's a lot harder to actually do that, right? So that's virtue signaling. Now, a lot of people accuse Justin Trudeau of virtue signaling. Virtue signaling. I think this is a good example to understand the term virtue signaling, because Justin Trudeau really cares about his image. He's always trying to make other people think he's a good person, right? Now, he is a feminist. He's a feminist, right? He says, I am a feminist. I am going to fight for women. I respect women. He's always talking about women. Well, just this week, he kicked out 2 women. He kicked them out of his political party, which is the Liberal Party of Canada. Wow. You know about the scandal that Justin Trudeau is in right now, right? I made a video explaining what the scandal is. Well, these two women want to talk more about what happened. They want to talk more, but Justin Trudeau is not allowing them to speak. He's not allowing them, and now he kicked them out of his political party. So now people are saying, well, you care about feminism. That's just virtue signaling. You're just virtue signaling. You don't really care about women. You just kick these two women out of your party and you're not letting them speak. So they're accusing him of just trying to show that he's a good person, trying to virtue signal by saying, I support women, I'm a feminist, when really he's not. He probably just cares more about the color of his socks than he does about feminism. Okay, so that's an example of virtue signaling. Okay, now my last lesson, I taught you this term here, soy boy. Soy boy. Now, soy boy is a slang way to describe a man who has no masculine qualities. Okay, now in my last lesson, I told you that this term soy boy and virtue signaling often go together. You will often hear both of those terms together when people are talking about politics, especially about politicians they don't like. Okay, so if someone doesn't like Justin Trudeau, they might say he's a virtue signaling soy boy. A virtue signaling soy boy. Okay, now I think the basic idea behind these terms is no substance. No substance, right? If someone is just signaling that they are a good person, it doesn't mean that they really are a good person, right? I mean, maybe I'm a bad guy, but I try to pretend that I'm a good guy. Hey, look at me. Look, I'm giving my money to poor people, but I really don't care about, people. I'm not a nice guy. So you could accuse me then of virtue signaling. Okay, and soy boy is sort of has the same idea. It's like a person with no substance. They're sort of weak, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking soy milk or eating soy foods. I actually like the taste of soy milk. I'm a little bit lactose intolerant. I don't drink milk. Maybe you didn't know that about me. I actually don't drink milk. I never drink milk because it makes me feel sick. But I do eat yogurt. I like yogurt. So I like fermented dairy products. But if I just drink milk, that makes me feel sick. So there's nothing wrong with drinking soy. There's nothing wrong with being a vegan and not eating dairy products. But these terms just sort of mean a person who has no authenticity, no substance. Hey, I want to tell you, I've decided to become the next Prime Minister of Canada. Prime Minister Mark. What do you think? Or maybe I should be the King of Canada. The Mad King. Do you think I should be the Mad King of Canada? Smash that like button right down there if you think I should be the Mad King. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be a virtue signaling soy boy. I'm going to be a virtue signaling soy boy as the Prime Minister of Canada. Here's my political platform. Political platform means the ideas that you are going to try to do for the country. Okay, that's your political platform. Usually politicians have a list of things that they say, this is what we're going to do for Canada. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do for Canada. Everything will be free. Everything. You want a free house? It's yours. You want free beer? Take it. It's yours. As much free beer as you want to drink. Everything will be free. Now, the second thing is there will be no taxes. No taxes. You get to keep all your hard-earned money. Wow, isn't that great? Now, the third thing is there will be no climate change. There will be no climate change. When I become Prime Minister of Canada, I will end climate change. The climate will never change. It will be 25 degrees and sunny every day when I'm Prime Minister. It will never snow. There will never be any winter when I'm Prime Minister. So this is my political platform. Do you like this? Is this a good vision for Canada? And the best part is that I have the socks. I am going to beat Justin Trudeau in the sock game. I'm going to have better socks than Justin Trudeau. I'm going to be the best virtue signaling soy boy prime minister Canada has ever known. Hey, do you think I should become the next prime minister of Canada? Would you vote for me? I hope you would vote for me. Let me know down there in the comments if you think I should be the next prime minister, and I'll see you guys over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.